What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome back, everybody, to Entrepreneur Her. I am Celeste, and I'm so happy to be here today. As you guys can see, she has the best update that she could have ever imagined giving. Um, but there is caution. There is caution. I'm not going to hold you guys because I actually have to record, and I'm going to post it for y'all to see, but we have to record a physical health assessment and turn it in by Monday 8:30. Today is the 28th of February, and I'm at work right now. Um, and God just put it on my heart to come and post this video because I have been missing in action, which is something that is a part of my old character that I am slowly but surely coming out of. Um, I took a break on personal development just because in personal development, there's so much I want to change about myself and my life that I felt like I had to be busy every single day because there was so much I wanted to accomplish, and I wanted to accomplish it overnight. And I stopped everything except school. And even when I said to myself I was going to stop everything, um, I spent December 22nd up until, I want to say up until 2 weeks ago, from December 22nd, 2025, up until about 2 weeks ago, I was in a place of, I was going through my exodus and didn't even know it. I was doing so much fasting, so much crying. There was so much around me and on the inside of me falling down and falling apart, that I was reacting to everything in real time as a human. And because right now, spiritually, I'm not as secure and confident as I'm supposed to be, I just let everything go in that time frame and I let it happen. I was experiencing it in real time as a victim. And when I say that, everything that was happening to me, it was easier to say out of my mouth blame on other people, cursing myself, speaking negative about myself, negative about my life, the decisions that I made, cursing myself. Like, I went through a lot. In the midst of going through that, I wasn't eating and being in nursing school and learning about how the body works, and we're now doing nutrition. So my body started cramping up on me. I have not worked out, exercised, or been to the gym um since last semester. This semester started in January, but I think it was October or November the last time I worked out. It was definitely before it got cold, because the house that I live in, it doesn't fully accommodate me and the lifestyle that I want to live. So it was easy with the situation that I'm coming out of to blame other people and become a victim. And so one of the things that I kept telling you guys about was that I was looking for a car, and on my vision board I had a white Nissan Maximum, and I wanted the 2009 up until the 2014 model. And the one that I found is the one that I fixated on because it looked just like the picture on my vision board. And I'm gonna put that up here. And then in order to get that, and this is what I was saying in the beginning of my video, y'all, one thing that I've learned, and this is just because of the mindset that I have based on how I lived, how I grew up, the experiences that I have, and each of us are all different. And I can guarantee you that one thing that we all, because I'm gonna include myself, we all were missing, is that everything you need is within you. Even if you want to be a millionaire and you don't got 15 cents to rub together, what you need to be a millionaire is already in you. You just have to stop indulging in your surroundings and what reality is, so that you can hone in on the ideals or the contacts or the resources or the skills that you have that is going to slowly pivot you to being that millionaire. Is it possible to happen overnight? Yes, because you could buy a lottery ticket, you could buy a scratch off ticket, a dope deal could be going down, and they throw out the bags or they put it in a hiding spot and you see where that hiding spot is. It is very so possible, depending on how you think, your life experiences, and how you grew up. So based on my life experiences and how I grew up, I've always told myself as a child, and I don't know why, and I know that it comes from watching people work so hard and still not have the things that they want. But I've always told myself, God did not put me on this earth to work for my needs or my necessities. I do not work to pay rent. I don't work to buy grocery. I don't work to keep a vehicle. I don't work for the things that I need, because God put me here. Those things are provided for me. Now, the manner in which I do it, the style in which I do it, the things that I want that become needs to have the quality of life that I want to live, that is where I am. That is where I am. I never ever look at my life, complain, pray, or any of that based on struggling to just pay my rent, struggling just to save money. No, 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 no. My aches and pains come from, I wasn't put here to be worried about month to month how my rent gonna get paid, worried about how I'm gonna eat, what am I gonna eat, going to bed hungry. And because I feel that way right now, the way that I speak, the way that I make my decisions, all of that is very much true in my life. Is it in the form of which I desired it? No, because I did not have that picture painted fully. I was just saying things out of my mouth. And so the universe, the divine, my ancestors, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, they brought it to me in the way in which I lived my life, allowed them to give it to me. So the way I dated guys that sold drugs, went to jail, had baby daddies. So having that lifestyle and wanting to be in a relationship where I lived with someone and we were living a life together, planning a life together, having a future together, loving each other and being together, it just so happened that I met someone who was a drug dealer that bought his land, bought his home, and so I don't have to worry about a mortgage. I don't have to worry about being homeless. I don't have to worry about where I stay at. Now, no, I could tell you now that my new speech is, I live exactly how I desire and want to live, and I am not going to work just to pay for that lifestyle. God provides that lifestyle for me. I need to live peacefully. I need to live in a place where I feel safe and protected, that I can call home. And so instead of just throwing things out there and then just going with the flow of my life, I prepare now for what I'm asking for and then move accordingly until that one thing is accomplished. And because I'm aware of the 7 different areas of my life, once I attack and master each area, they'll all come together. So what I'm trying to basically say about that is, in order to get the white maximum that I wanted, exactly to the T, the way I want it, not taking in consideration, God gives us our desires of our heart. And so knowing that I wanted the Nissan Maximum, reliable transportation, one that I would own, the the Nissan model that I wanted was important. The sunroof was important. The black and cream, I call it peanut butter, insides was the most important thing to me. I chose a white one because when I built that vision board back in 2025, the first semester of school, I was under the impression that me and my husband was going to be together. He has a white BMW. My maximum is luxury to me, especially the one that I wanted and that was on my paper. The roof was all black, like the Range Rover. So it just looked so luxury. Like it looked like the lower version or the dupe version of a BMW. I love the maximum. I love the maximum. And so in order for me to have that particular one, the car would have been 240,000 miles. I would have had to put it in someone else's name. I had two options of people to put it in their name. But both of them acted like they did not want to do it. One of them told me that they were going to do it, but because the car was 4 hours away from me, but 7 hours away from one of the people that could do it, and 1 hour away from the other person that can do it, it was just so much stuff that I had to do to get that particular car. I went through so much stuff. Y'all know I lost my truck in October. So since October, I've been looking for another car. I found that Nissan Maximum last year, October, and have been wanting it ever since. I actually gave the car lot $100 last month, just knowing that I needed to make a move in order for the universe to see that's because, girl, when I tell you, I have been seeing Nissan Maximums everywhere. And because I was fixated on the white one, I was finding car lots that had it. But because of my credit, every car lot that I gave my social security number to, they wanted $5,000 plus on any type of Nissan that they had. So I knew going through a bank to get it wasn't going to happen. But I was in a place where I was working on me spiritually. So believing in God, asking you shall receive, ask and it shall be given unto you. Knocking you shall receive, seeking you shall find. God gives you the desires of your heart. God is within her, she would not fail. Like I had myself in a place where I was trying to grow spiritually because I lacked faith. I do. And when I want for something, doubt will start feeding on my reality and therefore cause me to be negative, therefore causing me to trick my own self out of my own blessings. And because of the self-discovery that I was doing, I knew that this was an issue for me. So I have been struggling and fighting so hard in this time frame that I've been missing to get myself together spiritually, because I knew that my faith was a big reason why I was going through things in the manner in which I was. I also knew that my faith in the way that I spoke over my life was another reason why everything that I wanted and I needed existed outside of me. I wanted that Nissan Maximum. The only way I could get that particular Nissan Maximum is if I put it in somebody else's name. I had to go through whatever it is that they took me through in order for them to do it. It took me this long to get my car because I had to get to a point where I said, God, I told you that I wanted the car. You know that's what I want. You've been showing me Nissan Maximums everywhere, and now I'm starting to see them in different colors. I also started seeing the newer model ones, and I was like, I do not want that. So I know that you're going to give me what I want. I just need to clear up my frequency on what I want. And so that's when I went to God and I was like, I don't care about the color, because I realized I only picked that white Nissan Maximum to be the picture on my vision board because I was in a delusional place about my marriage and I wanted that white car to match my husband's white car. So at this point, the color of the car don't even matter. But what matters the most to me is that my car is reliable. It's in great condition. I don't have to go through with my Nissan Maximum what I went through with the Infinity. And I love the Infinity. I wanted peanut butter insides. I wanted a sunroof, and I wanted a Nissan Maximum in the year frame of 2009 to 2014. once I got real clear on that, God started showing me, and I wanted it to be on my own merit. I wanted it to be in my name. I wanted it to be mine, on my back, through the strength of God, through the will of God, through God blessing me. Because the way I was heading before, it would have been because of those two people that I had the car that I wanted. Yes, I would have said God put those people in my life to do it, but y'all, I was going through pure hell. I was going through pure hell depending on those two people, and both those people told me they would help me. And because I wanted what I wanted, and I knew I could have whatever I want, and I could do whatever I needed to do because it's within me. I have all the power and everything I need right now to do everything I needed to do. And I knew that. The only piece that I was missing for me to have strength and faith in myself is having strength and faith in God providing the desires of my heart. And once I settled in that, I had to tell myself, it don't matter even if I'm going to be made a fool. I believe it. 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 I believe. Girl, every day that I said, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, and I took action towards I believe, I believe, I believe, God kept giving me other avenues of getting my car on my own. Somebody ended up giving me $500 cash, just giving me $500 cash. That put me in a place of not being able to put just a down payment. If they gave me a decent down payment price, that put me in a place of being able to buy my car freaking cash. So then God started giving me all these people on Facebook Marketplace that had the model of a Nissan Maxima that I wanted. I couldn't see the inside of it. I had already said I didn't care about the color, and it had a sunroof, and it was in the price range of where I could buy it and have the title and own it. People wasn't replying back to me because it mattered to me, the insides, the sunroof, and the model of the car. And God got me all the way to the point where now, if it's not exactly what I want, I do not want it. I'm not wasting my time with it. I'm not even finna sit here and try to convince myself to take it or to even want it, because I know things don't necessarily happen overnight, because your situation isn't in the dimension for things to happen overnight, if you can understand what I'm saying. Everything that you ask for, God has to make room for it in your life if you don't prepare for it before you ask for it. And so while I had my Infinity truck, I knew I wanted a Nissan Maximum. I didn't know whether I was going to trade in my truck. I was going to save up the money and buy the truck and have both cars. I really didn't know. I was just throwing out dreams and throwing out wants and stuff like that and seeing what stuck, basically. And then my truck got taken. My truck got taken. I had them put so much money into replacing part by part by part by part on that car. Brand new 20-inch tires. I went through so much money to keep that car in reliable transportation mode. I drove that car so much everywhere. I loved that car so much. But because I had so quickly detached from that car, because I really did want the Nissan Maximum. I really did want the Nissan Maximum. I mean, I really did want the Nissan Maximum. My Infinity was taken from me overnight. It was taken from me overnight. And because I did not properly prepare for another car, because I asked God for it and I wanted it, in order for God to give me the desires of my heart, because I wasn't making room for the things that I wanted, He made room for the things that I wanted. My bad. My battery died for whatever reason. I can't get the captions back up. But as I was saying, if you guys don't prepare, that's the number one thing, the number one advice I can. Okay, so let me take that back. First things first. We identify that we don't like what we're experiencing, we don't like what we're going through, and we want to change it. That's what we're doing. Step number 2. Bite off only what you can chew. Only bite off what you can chew. I was trying to create a gym routine. I was trying to get on my health stuff, making dentist appointments, seeing about my fibroids, thinking about surgery, when would I be having surgery and all of that. I also, because I'm in nursing school and I go to nursing school Monday through Friday, I also work a job that I was trying to get more hours, because I've gotten to the point where I'm only getting 30 to 40 hours every pay period. And I'm not going to complain about that, because my job still has me as full-time status, which means I still get to get my insurance benefits. So bam on that. Not complaining at all. I'm just going to try and make it work. And so it was killing me. I was slipping on stuff that was important. Drinking water, eating. I was missing meals. I was not even satisfying my thirst. I was holding my pee a lot longer than what I needed to the point where my bladder muscles got to the point where if I loosened it just a little bit, even with me trying to squeeze, urine was just like running down my legs. And when that happened to me, I was just like, I gotta stop everything. And I just let everything go. And I was like, God, please just take the wheel and show me, you know, that my desire is to change. No, I'm not trying to be like any girl on Instagram or TikTok. No, I'm not driven for this because of someone else. Someone else has shown me that it's capable of achieving. So I want to try to achieve the things that's going to give me the best quality of life. I want to lay on my deathbed not regretting anything, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So just show me. Like me, that's how me and God talk. And so I let everything go. I was to the point where even if I don't make it to school, if I lose my job, whatever, I don't even care. Things got to a point where God was like, well, you know what? Since you trust me, I'm going to just start giving you stuff and see if you choose properly or if you just being greedy. So God gave me the hospital job that I applied to, that I told you guys about next door to this job. I turned it down. They only open till 9. And I didn't expect to get I knew I would get the job, but a part of me felt like I embarrassed myself on the interview, or I failed myself. And so I no longer wanted the job. But I was meant to go through that process because God wanted to show me that for me, there is a such thing as an LPN and a certified pharmacy technician position together. One role. And that meant everything to me. That meant everything to me. So 3 days later, when I got the job offer, I was going to take it. But then I emailed them and was like, hey, thank you so much for the opportunity of getting to meet and speak with everybody. Thank you for the opportunity of knowing that what I'm going after is real and I just need to stay focused. However, due to my, I want to say tumultuous, but due to my tentative school schedule, I really can't take on anything else right now because somehow or another, we're actually starting clinicals earlier than what last year's students started. And we're getting an extra, I think, 3 weeks of clinicals. So I just, nope. I'm not going to take it, God. I'm going to stick with where I'm at because I can make my own schedule. I earn enough money, even with the little hours that I do work. I earn enough money to do gas. I earn enough money to, you know what I'm saying, make myself look good and feel good. I earn enough to pay my bills. Like, there's nothing for me to stress about. No, I don't have all the money that I want to see in my bank account. No, I can't do all the shopping and all the spending and traveling that I want to do right now. And it wouldn't even work out if I did, because I currently have a job. I'm in school. So when I put all of those things into perspective, I realized that, yes, I'm actively transforming my life because I don't like my experiences. I don't like who I'm presenting myself as. I don't like who I know myself to be back then. I just decided to trust God and to wake up every day and live in that day. See that day, experience that day, and not be thinking about what's due next month, what's due next week, what I got to do next week. Yes, there is a time where I sit and I prepare for all of the things that I do want to come, because I understand with what happened with my truck. Y'all, without telling all of my business, I went through so much from October up until I got my car February 23rd. Emotionally, mentally, physically, health-wise, spiritually, with my friendships, with my relationships, with family. Like, so much stuff was falling down around me because I needed to think of things differently. I needed to think of my resources differently. I needed to have different resources. One of the resources that I have that can help me with just about anything that I want or need in life at this stage of my life causes me so much anger and confusion and mental insanity and in emotional stress. Like it takes a lot out of me to deal with that person. And so I just realized that I trust God more than I trust that person. And so that person can just leave out of my life. I don't want to. Thank you that they can help me. Thank you that they could do for me. Thank you that they could give to me when I ask. But the downside that comes with that upside, it is so not worth it. And being in this car right now, recording this video for my 45 subscribers, and I started out with none. I know that God is so much bigger and so much better. That's not a cliche. But the one thing that I could not grasp onto is that God's time is not what my time is. I could think that I'm not going to get another job until this summer. I'm not going to get a nurse job until this summer. This summer, according to what I believe the calendar is not what God this summer is. God's this summer could be on the next day that is hot. You understand what I'm saying? And so just with that being said, I set my time frames differently. If there's a due date for something, I try to honor that due date. But if there's not a due date, like me getting in fit, getting toned, and getting my health to where it's supposed to be, not where I want it to be, but where it at least supposed to be to function normally, I want that to happen in 3 months. I want that to happen by the summer. In order for that to happen, I have to do things unlike what I'm doing now for that to happen. And if I can't undo the things that I'm doing now to make that thing happen, because it's something that I really want and it's something that God has destined for me, something's going to happen in my life that ultimately results in me having to exercise and work out. And that is what I don't want to do. I don't want to be in a health situation where I have to get my behind to the gym in order to stay alive, in order to be able to walk, because I have a mother who got to a point where she could no longer get cars. So her and her 10-year boyfriend walked everywhere they went to. Not caught the bus, not caught Lyft, they walked. And now my mother is confined to a wheelchair for the last 5 years. So when I tell you everything that you need is within you, you have everything you need. You have the examples, you have the motivation. You just have to get out of experiencing everything that you don't want anymore. And even if you feel stupid, you got to take yourself out of where you are and be where you want to be. While I'm sitting at this job, the moment I'm sitting at this job, I'm stressed out, I'm aggravated, I got homework, there's a project that I need to be doing for school, there's stuff at the house that I'd rather be doing. While I'm at work, I'm trying to get personal stuff done while getting work stuff done so nobody don't aggravate me at work. But the moment that I'm at work doing what I need to do, but in my mind, I'm on my job getting paid an RN salary as an LPN because of my work ethic, because of who I am, because of who I show up as, baby, the day fly by fast, the day go by smooth. A lot of things don't happen. There's not much for me to do. Nobody bothers me. There's not much conversation I have to have. There's not a whole lot of errands I have to run. I don't have to go out and buy food. Yeah, so you guys, I just said all that to say I made it happen. I freaking made it happen. I freaking made it happen. I freaking made it happen. And there are things that I want to fix on my car just for it, just to show my appreciation, and to show that I learned my lesson with my Infinity and that I can maintain anything that God gives me. Like I'm super happy. I financially have done more than what I can see I'm financially able to do. So I am learning about God and learning about my spiritual place in this life, I guess I could say, just by experiencing every day and not expecting or planning every day. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know that nothing is in vain. Like the stuff that I talk about on these videos, me posting the videos, me feeling like I'm not sharing anything worth sharing, I'm not saying anything worth listening to, just feeling like a failure, and therefore all of my actions proceeding, moving forward to be in the matter of thought of me being a failure. And just in these last couple weeks that I've been missing from YouTube, it's only been because I've been so occupied with sitting still but doing what I needed to do at the same time, and I really didn't understand what was happening until before I came out here and recorded this video, because I was sitting at my desk working but talking with God about what's next, because I just knew that once I got my car, yeah, I've done a shift. I'm in a new dimension. And so what is required of me of this dimension, because I have to think, I have to move, and I have to speak differently moving forward, especially since God gave me what I wanted. Like, y'all, this car is on my vision board. Like, I wanted the Nissan Maximum, and I didn't believe I could do it on my own, but it's in my name. It's my car. It's in my effort. Like, I put this car on my vision board last year, July. I would say August. And I went through a lot to clear my life and make space for it. I had to think differently to prepare for this car. I had to function differently with my finances to make room for this car. And as I changed day by day, God gave me a crumb to continue going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And ultimately I got there, y'all. And I just thank God. And I know that my message in this video to you is, take a second, breathe, just breathe. It looked like it's bad, but I promise you, even in an eviction, God is moving you for a reason. There are people that you need to get away from, people that you need to let go, people that you need to realize put you in this situation or couldn't save you from this situation, so you need to let them go. Or there's a job that instigated a situation or that played a major part in a situation, and you're afraid to let go of that job because of how long you've been there, how much it paid, or you don't want any other jobs that's offered out there, whatever the case may be. I promise you, sometimes when you think you have to walk a mile to get where you're going, the fact that you prepared to walk that mile to get to where you were trying to get to, God is going to show you. God gonna have somebody carry you. He might not have nobody carry you. He might tell you you ain't got to go nowhere. Everybody gonna move for you. Sit still and get your rest. Gather yourself, because when you get yourself together, you're going to have to gas your car up with the money that you got. You're going to do a whole lot of driving because you're finna go out of town to pamper yourself and to feel good and to look like and to carry yourself like the woman that put a Nissan Maximum on her vision board and then turned around and got it in 2026. 2 months into the year, and on her own. And she got a problem saving. And her credit said she had to pay $5,000 plus to get it off a car lot through a bank, so she felt secure in a warranty. She felt secure in her car being reliable. Man, get out of here. Man, get out of here, y'all. Can't nobody tell me nothing. And there are gonna be downs. There are going to be downs. And that excites me, because now I use all my downs as fire or springboards to pivot me to the best thing ever. I love my car, and it's not white. It doesn't have the black top like a Range Rover. My car is used. but it doesn't have 200 and some thousand miles on it. It got 130 some thousand miles on it. I got it on my own. I didn't need nobody else to put in it. I didn't. Y'all, listen to what I'm saying today. Go to bed tonight. Pick one thing that you can be real clear about that you want and that you can focus on. Just that one thing. Do everything else you got to do in life. But when it comes to that one thing, for that one thing only, just so that you could test what I'm saying, so that you could test the spirit of acts, and it shall be given unto you. All you got to do is move differently towards that one thing. I know that even when I get a 70 something on a test at school, I know I'm walking across that stage as an LPN, and I'm going to pass my NCLEX without sitting through 200 some questions. I know that because I get up every morning 2 hours before school even start to get ready for school. School don't start till 8:30. I'm at the school 10 to 15 minutes before it starts. We are not allowed to go into class until 8:15. I'm in class at 8 o'clock. Class don't start till 8:30. I done made coffee at class, got my breakfast out in class, got my books out in class, got everything out ready, got my recorder ready, and I'm waiting on the teacher to get into the classroom and start going. So all before, I would have been a person that's running late. I'd have been running into class, barely can breathe because I was trying to get in by 8:30, because being late, I'm going to get punished for that. So I ain't going to get punished, but I ain't going to be on time either. But because I'm determined to unlock the next level of my life, and I understand what that next level of unlocking is, every time it comes to anything about school, when I feel something that's normally who I am, I always make the opposite decision. It requires more of me. It takes more out of me. It expands me more. And then after I get through that stretching, that circumcision as an adult, because it's painful, it hurt, it's aggravating, it's annoying, it's uncomfortable. Oh my God, it was also worth it. And if I knew what I know now, let me go back so I can go through it a little bit better. So I can go through it with grace this time. Not just with grace, but wearing it, showing it, talking it, singing it. Like, y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I got my car that very same weekend. Not even weekend, just this past Thursday. I drove to Atlanta. I got a pedicure and a manicure, went to my homegirl, Polished by Bree in Augusta, and got my nails done naturally. Just so my fingers look cute. They don't look all broke down, disgusted, and ashy with all the cuticle stuff. I put my hair, I took out those micro install locks that I paid $9.50 for. I tried to get the girl to do my hair to start my locks, but she didn't reply back to me. So it took me 3 days. I did section by section. I parted my hair with the micro locks installed into the sections that I wanted my bigger locks. I took loose that section, twist my lock, and then Friday morning I went and had knotless braids put on top of my locks, just so I'm real clean cut for clinicals next week, Wednesday. So yeah, you guys, that was my super long update. Sorry I've been missing. Y'all know I might be missing action, but when I come back, I'm gonna come back with the sauce. I'm gonna come back with the sauce. And as I get better,